Comes as France's outgoing prime minister may have tendered his resignation after less than a month on the job, but the president, Emmanuel Macron, is not letting him off that easy. Sébastien Lecornu has been told he has until tomorrow night to talk to his rivals in order to find some last-minute cross-party support to line up a cabinet and pull France out of political deadlock. Well, our Clovis Casali is at the National Assembly. He joins me now live from there. Clovis, the political parties are holding talks today with this looming deadline on Wednesday. How does the opposition view the situation at the moment, Clovis?
Well, Jeannie, I guess it all depends on how you define opposition, because here at the National Assembly, a lot of talk about what's been said this morning by two former Prime Ministers of Emmanuel Macron. First, Attal, his former Prime Minister, saying he doesn't understand many of the decisions recently taken by his former mentor, his boss, of course, Emmanuel Macron. And then Edouard Philippe, another former Prime Minister, going as far as to say that he believes Emmanuel Macron should hold early presidential elections. In other words, that he should leave very soon. These harsh words towards Emmanuel Macron are certainly going to create a lot of controversy and debate in the coming days. And then the traditional opposition parties, of course, putting pressure on Emmanuel Macron. Notably, the French far right, extremely powerful here in terms of a number of seats at the National Assembly. The French far right, led by Marine Le Pen, one of the spokespersons of the party, Laurent Jacobelli, explained to us earlier how he sees the situation, this chaos, this unprecedented political crisis here in France, and what are the different options now on the table. Let's take a listen to Laurent Jacobelli.
The left wing and the right wing do no longer want to work together, and President Macron is rejected by the French population. There is only one solution. It is to go back to election and to vote for new MPs and have a new majority for France. Hopefully, national rally, of course, to have a government with a strong strategy and a clear strategy, which is not the case today.
Clovis, what about the left wing? It seems that the left does feel that they could get a prime minister perhaps this time around. How is that looking from where you are?
Well, left-wing parties again telling us here at the National Assembly that there's a need for a left-wing prime minister. It's the only viable option, according to them. The only option left for Emmanuel Macron, if he doesn't want to call snap elections, parliamentary elections, or if he doesn't want to leave. The left wing, the problem is not a united bloc. You've got the French far left with Jean-Luc Mélenchon that actually hates the socialists of Olivier Faure. They're on non-speaking terms. Then you've got the Green Party. The Green Party talking this morning to the left wing, the far left of France on Baude. And then the socialists also talking with the Green Party. In other words, it's very complicated. And remember, I mentioned a former Prime Minister, Gabriel Attal, from the centrist bloc. Well, last night, he was at TF1, a French TV channel. He got to talk to the socialist leader and the Green Party leader face-to-face, 45 minutes in a room, possibly to come up with some kind of deal for the future days. Nothing has come out yet, but that is a potential option. But when you talk to socialist leaders here, I spoke to one of the spokespersons for the Socialist Party. He told me, we are ready to govern, of course, but it has to be a coalition government dominated by the socialists, not by the centrist bloc. A lot of political tactics, strategy. And of course, this deadline looming by Wednesday night, Sébastien Lecornu, the outgoing Prime Minister, will have to give his conclusions to Emmanuel Macron, who said he would act responsibly by Wednesday night. So either he's found a new Prime Minister or snap parliamentary elections.
All right, Clovis, thank you for staying on top of that for us there at the National Assembly in Paris. France 24's Clovis Casali.